Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Wow! Feels like one of those 10 o'clock Wednesday convocations back in school. Remember those? It is my distinct honor to welcome you to the 47th Annual Lenoir-Rhyne Sports Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Thank you for being with us. At this time, please welcome University Pastor Mr. Todd Cutter. He will perform this morning's invocation. Let us pray. Holy, gracious, and loving God, we give you thanks for this university, for this new day, and for this time to gather and celebrate. You have given each of us different gifts and talents, and you summon us to use those in faithful love and service towards you and our neighbors. Today, we especially give you thanks for those gifted with athletic ability, and for the many ways they've used their skills while on campus. We rejoice in the camaraderie built among teammates, and the way our athletes help encourage enthusiasm in school spirit. As those being inducted into the Hall of Fame are honored, we pray that you will bless them, and we give you thanks for their work and witness. Continue to watch over each of them, and indeed all of us, and send us forth from this place, strengthening our love for one another and for this, our beloved alma mater. All these things we ask in your holy name. Amen.
Amen.
It's my pleasure to welcome you and to welcome and introduce Vice President of Athletics, Kim Pate, with this morning's official welcome and opening remarks.
Wow, this has to be a record turnout for our Hall of Fame. I just want to thank you all for joining us today. Welcome home for all of our alumni who are back and maybe haven't been here for some time. I want to give a special thanks to our current Hall of Fame members who come back every year. You guys are amazing, guys and gals. Thank you for how you value this distinct recognition and celebrate new inductees every year. Well, the Lenoir-Rhyne Sports Hall of Fame is held and reserved as the highest athletics recognition bestowed by the university. Today, we are pleased to celebrate the induction of 9 new members into the distinct class of honorees, along with special recognition of 2 teams of distinction. And before we get started with the ceremony, I would like to take this opportunity to thank and recognize members of our Hall of Fame committee, as well as the nominating committee, for their time, dedication, and service to this very important recognition. I'd also like to express my appreciation to the folks maybe behind the scenes who made today possible. Jake Berry, over here to my left, Joel Prince, and Shayna Skonecki. Thank you for all of your hard work. Well, I don't know if y'all know, Juju Phillips has been our MC for the ceremony. He's our unofficial historian for Lenoir-Rhyne Athletics. He's the voice of the Bears, and he has been doing, on his own time, volunteering to be our MC for years. And so I'd love for us to just give him a big round of applause and appreciation for all of he does. I want to express my personal congratulations to this outstanding class of inductees who are well-deserving in this special recognition. And I'll invite Juju Phillips back up to start our program.
"47 years. It's a long time. It's one of the oldest, longest running Hall of Fames in the Carolinas, both North and South Carolina. With today's induction, 9 members, as you heard Kim say, there are now 189 members of this exclusive fraternity, both men and women. This year's class is another group of talented individuals, and they certainly have left their mark on Lenoir-Rhyne athletics, be it as a record breaker, student athlete, or coach, All-Americans, major players and contributors to their championship teams. They've given their time, their talent, and their treasure to Lenoir-Rhyne down through the years. You know, we've heard over these last few years since I've been doing this, these inductees stand up here, some of them here during the interviews. They describe what Lenoir-Rhyne has meant to them, and that's why we're here. They talk about the foundation that was built here, or the seeds that were planted, or the impact this place has had upon them, on their lives, but most importantly, they share the memories and also their hearts about what relationships were formed here at LR and how they matured as both men and women down through the years. They have talked about how Lenoir-Rhyne has impacted them years later, and that is exciting to hear about, and we're looking forward to another great ceremony this morning. We recognize and honor this new class, and we're excited that their families and their teammates, their friends and coaches are all able to share in this honor. So what do you say, let's begin this morning's ceremony. We invite you to turn to the side screens and our first inductee, and the story of one of women's basketball's standouts from the early century this year, or the early century, who helped turn Lenoir-Rhyne's women's basketball into a perennial power in the South Atlantic Conference. Here is her story.
When I first met Tracy, I came up here on a recruiting trip and we were able to play pickup basketball. And I got to play with her and it was just like, oh my goodness, like I got a post player that I can pass the ball and I can get some assists. I was like, okay, sign me up. So I decided to commit and come to LR, and that was because I got to play with Tracy. Not knowing that when I came in, we were just freshmen and sophomores. So we came in, we played hard. All we wanted to do was win, and it helped us, turn the program around. Tracy Unitas Coleman played basketball at Lenoir-Rhyne from 1998 to 2002, helping turn the LR women's basketball program into a contender in the SAC conference. From 1999 to 2000, they notched 3 straight winning seasons, their most successful 3-season stretch in 20 years. During her time at Lenoir-Rhyne, she quickly marched her way into the record books. Tracy sits at 4th all-time in points and rebounds and 5th in scoring and rebounding average. She was named to the SAC All-Freshman Team in 1999, the All-Conference Second Team in 2000, and in 2001. She was named All-Conference First Team. While finishing up her degree in 2006, she was an assistant for the team under head coach and fellow Hall of Fame inductee Todd Starkey. I played with Tracy 3 out of the 4 years that I was here. I will say that, probably half of the assists that I have all were for Tracy. Now, I probably could have had a little bit more had she caught the ball. But we're not going to talk about that right now because it's about you. So over those years, some of the greatest times that I had here at LR was with Tracy. She was my roommate in college. We were teammates. We're still friends to this day. And I couldn't think of a person that is more deserving of this award. So I will say to this, Tracy, congratulations on your induction into the Sports Hall of Fame, and welcome.
Tracy, if you can come forward, please receive your award presented by Dr. Witt and Kim Payne. Gracie, congratulations. What does it mean for you to be sitting up here and talking about and hearing from your teammate?
I was not expecting that. She's really good at keeping secrets, so it's such a blessing to have had such an impact on not only just my very best friend in the wide world, but I know that my time here meant something.
You came from Newton Conover.
I
How did you
did.
choose Lenoir-Rhyne?
Newton Conover, right down the street. I grew up in Catawba County, and I wanted to be in the hometown so that my parents and family were able to come watch me play. And my parents were at almost every single home game, all 4 years.
You heard Mai talk about your success. Who would you like to thank for some of the people that influenced you when you were here as teammates?
Definitely Maya Grady. She's right. My dad would be in the stands and he would yell Butterfingers first play of every game because I would drop the ball. Maya was instrumental in my success. I was brought here by Chris Russo. I remember Chris. She was super important to me, and I hated to see her go. And then, 98 2002, I didn't graduate. I didn't have enough credits. And then 2006 came around, and Coach Starkey was here, and he gave me an opportunity that most people aren't able to get. And he was like, "Hey, help me out with the team, and you finish your degree." So that was absolutely pivotal for me because the degree got me into doors that got me where I am today.
Then, when you look back on your career, were there some special memories of your basketball career? You mentioned some championships. How got things turned around in women's basketball? Was there some special memories that you have?
The game was great, but at the end of the day, it was the friendships that I forged with the girls. Love my WPD, that's our thing, and still talk to many of them today, and we support each other in marriage and motherhood and all of our careers. And I'm sure we get that in college, but there's something really, really special about Lenoir-Rhyne.
Did we leave anything out? Would you like to thank anybody that I may have overlooked?
I just want to say thank you to my family for being here, my husband. You all have always supported me and encouraged me to shine. You know that I don't like the spotlight, and I don't brag or tell anybody that I say I play basketball. And my husband's always like, she's not telling you the truth. She's this and she's that, and I appreciate you all for your support and your encouragement.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hall of Fame. We're off to a great start. If you look at the screens once again, as we hear about a Hall of Famer who helped lead the Lenoir-Rhyne volleyball program to its most successful 4-year run in school history.
Hi, my name's Holly Penland. I'm an alumni of the Lenoir-Rhyne volleyball program, and I'm so excited to talk about my friend and teammate, Catherine Glass. She was always a fierce competitor, a passionate teammate, and a disciplined athlete. All of her hard work helped for our team to be so successful. Catherine also helped the Bears to lead a 4-year record of 87-49, which is the most successful 4-year stretch in school history. Lenoir-Rhyne won the 2004 and 2006 SAC regular season titles, and in 2004, the team finished with a 27-8 record and advanced to the NCAA tournament for the first time in school history. Catherine Glass holds the career and single season digs and digs per set record. Glass also was an all-conference second-team honoree in 2005, and she was named to the all-conference first team in 2007. Following her time at Lenoir-Rhyne, Glass has had a very successful coaching career at Davidson Day. Since she started in 2010, Glass has a record of 235, 64, and 3. And she has been named Coach of the Year twice, and she has won 3 state titles. Catherine Glass, I'm so proud to be your friend, and I'm very excited that you're getting this well-deserved honor to be inducted into the Hall of Fame at Lenoir-Rhyne University. I'm proud of you, sister. Go Bears.
Please come forward to receive your award from Dr. Witt and Kim Payton. So give us some thoughts, your feelings about being up here and talking about yourself, but most importantly about what Lenoir-Rhyne meant to you when you were here.
Well, first of all, I hate being in one night. I do not like being up here at all. But this truly is a special place. Coming back here today and seeing all of my friends and my family, teammates, former coaches, it's just a really big honor.
Who are some people that influenced you when you were here that you'd like to thank that maybe be with us today?
Awesome. So the first person I want to thank is Coach Markland. I was really late in the recruiting process. I thought I was over volleyball. I didn't want to play anymore. So it was my senior year. I was like, okay, I think I want to do this, for a couple more years. So I started really late, and I vividly remember Coach Markland coming to watch me in a tournament at Chapel Hill. And he not only believed in me as a player, but he offered me the opportunity to get to be a grad assistant for a couple of years after I got done playing. So he was a huge mentor for me, not only in the playing aspect, but also as a coach.
And you have some special memories. We heard about the success that you had, the team had during your time here. Talk about that.
Some of my biggest memories were probably the 2004 season. It was the first time in history that the volleyball team made it to the NCAA tournament. We got to travel down there as a team to Florida. And then the 2006 year, really kudos to Coach Markland. We were a team of a bunch of one-dimensional players that he somehow puzzled together. So yeah, it's really good.
So what does going into the Hall of Fame like this mean to you personally?
This is a tough question for me because, again, I don't like the limelight. I don't like, all this attention. But I was sitting on the back porch with my husband after I found out that I was going to be inducted, and he pulled up his phone and he starts Googling all these things and all these statistics, like, volleyball's only been at LR for 43 years, and there's only been 6 people before you in the program that have been inducted. And I think at that moment it was like, wow, like this is a big deal. So.
I guess the big question is, who's the better coach in your family? You or Joe?
Joe, definitely.
Well, congratulations on the honor. Ladies and gentlemen, Catherine Glass. If you would not turn your attention to our third inductee as we look at the screens and the story of one of the most decorated golfers in Lenoir-Rhyne history and the first to enter the Hall of Fame.
Welcome, LR family, to this very special occasion. First, you may be asking yourself, wait a second, is this Kent introducing himself? Well, no, this is his smarter and better looking twin brother, who, for the record, when we were in high school, I did beat Kent in our high school state golf tournament. So that's about my only claim to fame on the golf course. But anyway, I have the honor and privilege of introducing my brother here today. It's a very special day, and he absolutely deserves this recognition. So being a double major graduate from LR, I did learn a couple things. And I remember our policy class with the greatest of all time, Dr. Dale King. She taught us that a very powerful way of communicating is through storytelling. So I thought I would share a very quick story. And when Kent and I were back in high school and touring a lot of different colleges, Kent, being the better golfer, was able to try out for several more different schools than I was in our conference. And I'll never forget, Kent and our dad went to one of the competing colleges in our conference, and Kent tried out. And the coach, after the tryout, called my dad, our dad, back up and said that he didn't think Kent had what it took to make it at the collegiate level. What a mistake that coach made. We tried out for several different teams. We ended up touring LR and trying out for the golf team, and we did both make it. I was the sympathy pick. We were kind of a package deal, but I took it. But we knew LR was home, and it was the place for us to be. But as we got into our freshman year, I'd like to let everybody know what my twin brother accomplished his freshman year at LR. He was the SAC Freshman of the Year, the SAC Conference Player of the Year, a freshman All-American, and he was the SAC Conference Tournament Individual Champion. In fact, he was the only player to shoot under par for the whole tournament. And probably most important, he led our team to our university's first ever team conference championship. Quite the accomplishment. And I'll never forget, on that last day, the last tournament of the year is the conference championship hosted at our local course. And Kent, at the end of the tournament, wins everything. He's got too many medals to hold. He's got so many medals. And I remember in the crowd, my mom with a little joyful tear in her eye, so proud of her son. And my dad fiercely staring at that competing coach and grinning ear to ear. Could not be a happier moment for our father. Oh my gosh, what a story. What a great day that was. I do want to take a quick second and thank all of our coaching staff and our head coach, Travis Bland, for making it a great 4 years at LR. Also, a big thanks to all the players we had along the way, and to all the teachers and professors at LR. You guys did a great job in laying a very strong foundation for us, and we were very, very thankful for that. And I also want to take a second to thank our parents, our mom, and our late father now for their commitment to their 4 children. And lastly, to my twin, now Hall of Fame twin brother. I'm still smarter and better looking than you are. Congratulations, Kent. I love you, brother. See ya.
Is there anything that you like to rebuke on what your brother said?
We keep talking about that for a couple hours.
Well, congratulations. What's it mean to you to be sitting up here, being the first golfer to be in the Hall of Fame?
Ooh, I mean, it's, when you're in the moment, you're those 4 years going through the motions, you don't really quite realize what you are or not accomplishing. So looking back and realizing that I accomplished some pretty cool things, and sitting up here today in front of you all, in front of my kids, my family, it's pretty cool.
Heard your brother talk about some important moments. Were some other important moments in your career besides your freshman year that stood out to you while you were here?
I do have one quick story. As you can tell from my brother, we like to tell stories. But it was my freshman year. It was the last term of the year, which was a defining moment in my golf career. But it was the last term of the year, and I was in good form going into this tournament. And the first day I shot, I went over 100, something like that. I was top 10 going into the last day, the second day. And on the second to final day, I was heading into the 17th hole. And I think I was 2 or 3 under for that day, 3 or 4 under for the tournament. Very much aware that I had a chance to possibly win this thing. And I get to the 17th hole. It's a par 5. It's a dogleg right. Very demanding hole. I know I need to get a birdie coming into the final couple holes. And this par 5 had water all down the right side of the fairway, OB left, and the fairway is super tight. So most people are hitting 3-iron off the tee just to play it safe. But it was never a question in my mind that I was going to hit driver in this hole. To hit it straight down the middle of the fairway, hit on this little hook, filter down towards this little plateau where I could go for the green too to try and make my birdie. And I just looked back at that moment and think, my goodness, the excuse my French, BALLSs that I had to hit that driver. But the tournament on the line, I haven't won yet, and man, I hit that driver, just smoked it right down the middle of the fairway, exactly where I wanted to hit it to. Hit on the green, 2-putt for birdie, par 18, and I won my first tournament for LR as a freshman. And I just look back at that moment like, my goodness, that was incredible. Because not to be over dramatic here, but if I hit that driver in the water, if I snap hooked it out of bounds, or if I laid up off the tee with a 3-iron and not gone on to win that tournament, I may not be sitting here today. Because I won that tournament, and then 3 weeks later I was riding that high, and I won the conference championship. So I won back-to-back tournaments. So literally, that driver probably put me in that seat today. Yeah, so it was really cool. So I try to relive those days as much as I can, but those are fleeting now. But
when you look back on your career, what did Lenoir-Rhyne mean to you? What does this place mean to you as you go on for the last one?
Well, as you guys saw, my twin brother was able to spend the 4 years here with me playing on the golf team. I mean, man, the memories that we had at this place, and the friends that we made, and the great teachers that inspired us even to this day, and that foundation that was really built here. Being an athlete and student, we worked part-time. We were doing everything we needed to do to have a good experience here and build that foundation. And LR was a building block of that. So very, very special. We lost our father when we were here as juniors. It was pretty devastating, but my brother was there, the golf team, the school. We kind of were able to ease back in. So a lot of special memories and phases in our life that we spent here. So
Absolutely. Congratulations.
yeah, thank you.
Ken George, Hall of Fame. Our next inductee is all over the LR record books in football. He was an All-American defensive back and punt returner, and is one of the all-time greats at both positions. Take a look at the side screens, please, on Michael Green.
Michael Green, Lenoir-Rhyne class of 2013. Mike was a special player, an even more special person, and one that ended up being a 3.5-year starter at Lenoir-Rhyne. His freshman year, he ended up starting part of the year at corner. Meanwhile, his redshirt sophomore, junior, and senior seasons, he was our starting free safety. Those last 3 years, Michael was first-team All-Conference. He was first-team All-American his senior year. He was also voted to the All-American team as a punt returner. To say that he was an integral part of our success at Lenoir-Rhyne during that time period probably does not do it justice. He had the ability to break games open in the return game, or picking off a pass and running it back for the touchdown. I don't think anybody will ever forget Fort Valley State in the second round of the national playoffs in 2012. But for me, the highlight was just seeing his transformation as a person. He was an outstanding football player that went on to have a long career in the Arena League. But, for me, it was just, staying in contact with him over the year and being just so proud of the man that he has become. He graduated with a degree from Lenoir-Rhyne, and is someone that's been very important to Amanda and the boys and I, and just really, really proud of him and this honor. Named to 3 straight all-conference teams from 2011-2013. He is one of just 3 Lenoir-Rhyne players to be named All-American at 2 separate positions: punt returner in 2011 and defensive back in 2013. Michael was pivotal in turning around the Lenoir-Rhyne team that had gone just 16-38 in the 5 seasons prior to his arrival. During Mike's 5 years on the team, he helped lead the Bears to a combined record of 41-18, culminating in the 2013 campaign that saw the Bears go 13-2 and advance to the NCAA National Championship game. He ranks first all-time in career interception yards, is second in punt return yards, and 4th in interceptions. His 100-yard interception return versus Fort Valley State in 2012 is tied for the longest interception in school history. Congratulations, Mike. Really proud of you.
Congratulations, my friend. You deserve to be up here. Congratulations. Looking back, what stands out to you about your career at Lenoir-Rhyne?
Easy. You know, as a lot of y'all don't know, a lot of great things have been said, but I was not the easiest one to do at all. You know that? I had the worst attitude, disobedient, I was selfish, but you know, I had great individuals like you know, Corporal Justin Combs, who brought me closer to faith. Jason, shut up. And you know, a lot of the guys, man, they put time into me, talking to me. You know, I'm very isolated. You know, I do a lot of things on my own. When I train, I don't really ask people to be with me. But you know, guys like Gerard always made sure I was good. You know, he was a great roommate. You know, having guys like Tanner and Tyler, you know, being that we played against each other in high school, and just having those two, you know, be a part of my college career and seeing the individuals and how they were, and the family atmosphere that they brought from, you know, kind of molded me into the person I am today. And this award is for all of them, because I wouldn't be who I am today without them putting time into me.
You're from southern Georgia, right? Way down there?
No,
County?
I'm from Davie, Florida. But I went to high school in Camden County because my mom wanted to move me out of Florida.
How did you hear about Lenoir-Rhyne?
Well, first I was at Alabama State. Got into, you know, some issues with the coaches there because, you know, so right? And I left. My mom came to pick me up. We went back home, and I called Coach Henry, which is Major Henry's father, and I was like, Coach, I need to go somewhere. He was like, well, Coach Ray Barlow is not speaking very highly of you at this moment, so I don't know who's going to take you right now. But he was like, I'm going to try my best to get you somewhere. And lo and behold, probably 3 hours later, he was like, I got somebody for you. He was like, D2. He was like, I know how you feel about it. I was like, man, it doesn't matter. I'll go anywhere right now. I just want to play football. And so at the time, it was Coach, not Coach Goldsmith at the time, linebacker coach, I got his name, but sure, Coach Harrell, Blake Harrell called me and was like, you want to be a Bear? I was like, sure. So I went there, and first day I was there, I saw Jason. And me and Jason grew up in Hollywood, Florida, and they were playing Little League football against each other. So it was like, all right, I'm kind of home. I got somebody I know, and boom, I had LR.
And what a career. When you look back and you're up here on the stage thinking about being a Lenoir-Rhyne Hall of Famer, what does it mean to you knowing all the adversity that you had to overcome?
Sure, a lot. But it was great. It taught me a lot. I grew from it, you know, and all the little things that I was taught, you know, from Boyd, and all the coaches, Coach Houston, Goldsmith, especially those two. You know, if it wasn't for them, I'd probably be at home cooking burgers at Burger King or something. Because I shouldn't be here. Honestly, I should not be here as an LR Bear. That's how bad I was. But those two, sincerely, open-hearted, just had faith in me. For some reason, just had faith in me. And I'm just forever indebted to them.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hall of Famer. If you look at the screens, our next inductee was a record-setting and dominant pitcher for Coach Sheena Holler's Lenoir-Rhyne softball program. Take a look.
Congratulations, DeJuan, on your Lenoir-Rhyne Hall of Fame. You come from a blue collar, you're a blue collar type pitcher. I can remember seeing you at the University of Tennessee camp. I was working a change-up station and I was like, oh, this little redheaded girl would be good for our program. And I think from then on, you came to Lenoir-Rhyne and had a crazy successful year. This is, in 4 years you won 100 games, which is an outstanding number. And I think over those 4 years from 2009 to 2012, we won 185 games, and 100 of those games were your wins. So any day I could rely on you to take the ball and know that you were going to give it your all. And you did with 2 SAC Pitcher of the Years and also a tournament MVP. And in 11 and 12 we did super regionals and went to 2 back-to-back super regionals. And the 4 years you were here was a crazy era for LR softball with the amount of games we won and the team that we had. We were some outstanding players. On those teams, I think 2 are already in the Hall of Fame, and then you add to that. But outstanding career. Congratulations again to DeJuan. Love having you here at LR, and go Bears.
So who was your cheering section?
That is one of my best friends, Taisha. She's cheerleader at LR.
Congratulations. Looking back, what stands out to you about your career at LR?
Everything. I had a great career, great teammates, a great coach who's still here. I still get to come and see her coach the teams. I think the biggest memory that I have is our 2010 season. I forgot exactly what our record is, but we only had like 8 losses, and I feel like that was a really big turning point in my career here at LR, and put me on the right path to finish out and keep doing what our teams were doing. So.
Who were some important people while you were here that influenced you over time?
Yeah, well, while I was here, definitely Coach Holler. Without her, I wouldn't be here. But my parents and my brother, I would have to thank them because my dad, I played softball since I was 5, and my dad has always been my coach. And without their time and effort putting into me my whole life, I wouldn't have been at LR or played softball or anything. But definitely my friends that I made here, my family that I made here. A lot of them are here today. My cheering section, everybody that supported me while I was here.
You know, when you looking back at her, hearing Coach Holler talk about, she saw you, did Lenoir-Rhyne find you, or did you find Lenoir-Rhyne?
Yeah, a little bit of both. So I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I happen to go to a softball camp at the University of Tennessee. And one of my rival high school coaches were there too, and I think she chatted with him and was like, yeah, she's great down in Chattanooga, but I wanted to go away to school. Wanted to be on my own. So a little bit of both. So we kept in contact, and I came up for a visit, and instantly knew this is where I wanted to be. It was instantly family, the girls that I met, the coaches and staff and faculty. Like I just felt like this was my place.
Your career as a pitcher, was it something that you'd done your whole life, or something you perfected and became better once you got it?
Of course both. My dad was like, I think you should be a pitcher at 8 years old. I was like, yeah, okay, that sounds fun. I'll do that. And so that kind of put me on that path. So I always had been a pitcher, always wanted to be a pitcher. Sometimes I like to be the center of attention. So that's a good way to get there. So I felt like I was made to be a pitcher. And it just got better once I got here. And Coach Holler was like, nope, you're not hitting anymore. So that was a very good. So I had a pitch to play. So that's what I did.
What's it mean to you to be a part of the championship program, softball program here at LR?
Everything. I mean, when I started, I think Coach Holler had been here like 10 years or so, or maybe
watching them go to the national championship this year was just, or national championship World Series was amazing. So just to know that I was part of that program at some point is super important.
All right, congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen. We're just halfway through, folks. Take a breath. Our sixth inductee helped lead the men's basketball team under John Lentz to 3 South Atlantic Conference championships and back-to-back NCAA tournament appearances. And this happened over a decade ago. If you would take a look at the side screens for his story, Josh Rutherford.
When we got Josh, my son was my assistant. We saw him play several times that summer, and we really liked him, and we didn't think we could get anybody better, so we made an offer to him early, and he committed to us early. And his 4 years here, we never had to worry about him working hard, going to class. He did the right thing. I think the first 3 months or so of practice in the early games, he was probably thinking, what in the world did I get into? I know his mother thought that, but he overcome that quickly. He learned what we wanted, how we wanted it, so he wouldn't receive so much lip service from me. So he was a good player. He did a lot of good things for us. You never could really press him. And man-to-man, I would always tell him, Josh, just run by the guy. Quit playing around with him. So he was never afraid to take the big shot and not afraid to miss it either. And that's why I think he was all-conference for 2 years, at least 2 years. 12th all-time leading scorer, 3rd in steals. I still got him in assists. So, but he was a good kid, and he's doing really well now. And the only thing I had to deal with him in the 4 years is teach him how we wanted him to play point guard, because he didn't realize it. We really didn't have another point guard. So he caught some wrath real early. So, but he got over it and hung tough. And we actually had a red shirt him 1 year. He got hurt. But for the 4 years he played, he did really a good job for us. Really, and just other than that year he got hurt, he never missed games. There's sometimes we have to say, Josh, just take it easy. It's late in the season. Coach, I feel fine. I said, I want you feeling fine for game days, not running around the gym doing crazy stuff. So I still don't know how he didn't get that girl's number at Wingate when we were beating him so bad. She kept saying, I want your phone number. And I said, Josh, you give her your phone number? He goes, no. I said, come on, man. That's what you're supposed to do. All you had to do was go over and holler it to her. So, but congratulations to Josh. He deserves it. A well-deserved honor, and happy to see it take place.
I think I asked, you were at the basketball court dedication of Coach Lentz, I believe, right? In California. Did Coach Lentz ever throw you out of the gym?
You probably wanted to. Yeah, you see, when I saw him come up on the screen, I got nervous right away. You never know what's going to see, especially. Come on, Coach, my wife's here. You have to bring up the girlfriend.
So, looking back, what are your fondest memories about being a basketball player at Lenoir-Rhyne playing for Coach Lentz?
Yeah, it just, when I was recruited, like you said, I signed early. I came to watch a practice, and it was so intense, the practice, like nothing I've ever seen before. High school, and I was brought up, I was always baby, and they were just, the practice, they went 100%, all practice long was intense, and, right away I said, all right, this is going to be different, and I was excited for the challenge, and playing for Coach Lentz, I learned things right away that I thought I knew. I had no idea. He just made me such a better player from the day I stepped in the gym. And it was special, just the championships we won, just going to battle with my teammates every day, and the games you won and the relationships I had with him, still have to this day, and it's always going to mean a lot to me.
I was going to say, talk about some of the people that are here you'd like to thank for your success being up here.
Absolutely. So, first, I always thank God for giving me the ability to play, and I wouldn't be here without him, but got a huge support system right here. Most of my family is right here, close friends, and I wouldn't be, half the man I am, without my grandparents first. They're just, rocks to our family, and our family's always been close, and they came, to every game that they could. My senior year, I know they didn't, my grandparents especially, my mom, they didn't miss a single game, home or away. So they've always been here for me, so I just obviously thank them. And Brian Dehart, behind us, he's a close family friend. He actually married my wife and I, so he's been in my life since I was a kid. And not just basketball-wise, he always pushed me, but to become the man I am today, and find Christ, and he's been a huge instrumental part of my life, so thank him. And Coach Lentz, of course, last but not least, Brian Lentz, and he's not here today, but Coach, again, I wouldn't be half the player I am, but more importantly, what I didn't know back then that I found out later in life is that he prepared me for life after basketball, which I needed the most. And, so forever grateful for you, Coach Lentz.
Well said. Being a Hall of Famer, what does that mean to you? Lenoir-Rhyne Hall of Famer.
So special. It's so special. Coach Lentz actually the one who broke the news to me, and I was working at the time, and I just had to go on break and tell my wife, and it means the world because I gave this place my all. This place gave me its all, and the people in it. So just so many great players came before me in this class. I mean, we listened and being included in this class, and for the people that's here before me, and just being in the same conversation as them, it's just so special. Very well.
Once again, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Carter. Our next inductee was the B-back that led the vaunted barebone triple option back, in the 2013 era. He was an All-American. He became the school's 9th all-time leading rusher. We love Ike. Take a look at his story, Ike Whitaker.
Ike was our starting fullback for multiple years while I was the coach at Lenoir-Rhyne, and he was truly the engine behind our high-powered offense. On game days, Ike was really inspirational with the way he ran. He was a bruising, powerful back that never went down on first contact. Watching him break tackles, run through people, get big first downs, always keep the chains moving, and even occasionally pop a long run. Those were some of the key things that allowed us to play at a high level we did. The 2013 season, which that group may still hold the record for most rushing yards in a season. Obviously, Ike was a big part of that. Ike Whitaker was a bruising back during his 4-year Bear career. He finished his career with 2,700 rushing yards and sits 9th all-time in LR history with 562 rushing attempts. He is also one of just 16 Lenoir-Rhyne backs to notch at least 6 100-yard games in his career. A consistent performer, Whitaker was named to 3 consecutive South Atlantic Conference All-Conference teams from 2011 to 2013 and was back-to-back All-American at the fullback position in 2012 and 2013. During Ike's career, the team garnered 3 straight South Atlantic Conference titles from 2011 to 2013 and advanced to the national championship game in 2013, finishing the year with a 13-2 record. Ike, I've always appreciated the person that you are. I've enjoyed keeping in touch with you over the years. This is a great honor. It's well-deserved. I'm so proud of you and happy for you. Love you, buddy.
see all your teammates right in front of you?
This is the best. I'm honored to be able to go in with this class and having all y'all here. Like it just makes it special. Being able to do this, it's so cheap. It's just fun to be here and be able to see y'all celebrate and do this together.
Yeah. It's hard to believe it's been 10 or 11 years.
Yeah. Long time. Life has changed so much. For us as men, the world is different. So just like reflecting back, I think that was the biggest piece. I mean, the world's changed a lot in 10 years. Football's changed a lot. College football's changed a lot. Individuals, obviously, like, we've changed a lot. And so, like, looking back, this is what makes me so, like, happy and proud of my family. We had so many good times together. And, you know, life is, adult is hard sometimes. So being able to, like, remember these moments and stuff is so special.
How did a kid from Salisbury come to Lenoir-Rhyne, and how did you grow as you
It's good. A kid from Salisbury thought that he was just going to stay in Salisbury. Going into like my senior year of high school, I didn't even really want to play my last year. My best friends growing up, they were like, "Hey, I play." So I played my senior year. Didn't have any expectations. Like nobody from my family had been to like a 4-year university, so like I had things like applied for school. And then we came up here, played Newton over, 4th round, lost in playoffs, but I guess I blocked okay according to Coach D. He gave me a call that January to come up here. And, like, much the same with Mike, I'm like, man, without that call, without Coach D reaching out, I don't know where I would be. So yeah, obviously it's all very, I don't know, who knows.
A lot of great moments while you were here.
Yeah.
What stand out to you? That you can tell us.
Standout moments. There are a lot. A lot of good laughs for sure. As a team, a lot of good victories. I think the standout moment for me probably good old Mud Bowl. Good old Mud Bowl, the most miserable game I've ever played in my life. It was memorable because, like, first of all, like, the fans, like, staying around and sticking through that. I don't know why they're all out here. I don't want to be out here. But, like, just kind of getting through that together. So much fun. Like, we learned how to make adversity fun. I guess after the Concord game was a big moment. I don't even know if we practiced that next week or we just did 300 up downs. We couldn't hold on to a bag on football. It's a lot of good special memories like that.
What does it mean to you to be a Hall of Famer?
It's just an honor. Like coming from where I come from, I had little expectations for what I thought I would achieve in life. A lot of guys that I grew up with made me, coaches believing in me, my parents believing in me, my brothers always believing in me, always being there. My team always believing in me. Some days I didn't believe in myself. So it's an honor to be here because I feel like it's just the accomplishment as a group of them just pouring into me and buying into me.
Finally, anybody here that maybe you didn't mention you'd like to thank?
Casey, thank you so much for everything. I know I was not always the best boyfriend. I'm a little bit better of a husband. I hope. Yes, okay, thank you. Thank you so much for sticking with me through the years, and even when I was not my best self. I love you, my brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hall of Fame. Our next induction inductee goes in as a contributor in our new category. He helped put the Lenoir-Rhyne women's basketball program on the national stage. He is the program's all-time winningest coach. Take a look at the screens and the story of Todd Starkey.
Congratulations, Coach Starkey. Words cannot express what you mean to LR and the women's basketball program. You have pushed the program into uncharted waters. You've raised the level of what it means to be a Bear and made LR a destination for future players. Transitioning to the women's basketball side made for some fun times and many adjustments on your part. Enduring eye rolls and half-court warm-up shots probably made your blood boil more than once. You had a way of teaching a team to compete when we crossed the line onto the court and put all differences behind us. You bonded together multiple years of players into athletes that performed when the moments mattered. To list all the stats that will stay in the record books for years does not begin to describe all the things that you have accomplished so far. Todd Starkey is the winningest coach in LR women's basketball history, racking up 165 wins over the course of 9 seasons. Under Starkey's tutelage, the Bears qualified for 4 NCAA tournaments and were the #1 seed in the Southeast Regional in 2009. His teams won 3 SAC regular season championships and took home the SAC tournament championship in 2009. He took home 3 straight SAC Coach of the Year awards, which is the most consecutive awards in conference history in either men's or women's basketball. Following LR's 27-5 year in 2008 and 2009, Starkey was named the Russell Athletic WBCA NCAA Division II Coach of the Year. In his time at LR, Starkey had a 100% graduation rate of players who remained past their sophomore year, while the team maintained a GPA of 3.0 or higher every year. Coach, I'm so happy for you, and you deserve this accomplishment. Good luck on your upcoming season, and go Bears.
Coach, congratulations. What does it mean to you to see some of your former players here today and have one of them talk about you like that?
It's probably going to be a little bit difficult not to get emotional. To see so many people that are special in my lives. We get some pillars of the university over here that I've enjoyed getting to know over the years that have done so much for Lenoir-Rhyne. I loved watching the 2010 and 2013 women's soccer and football team play. I enjoyed every part of that. Former players, former staff people. It's unbelievable to be here right now, and it feels a little bit surreal.
When you look at your time, when you came to LR, did you want to be a women's head basketball coach?
You know,
Was that the plan?
It was not the plan. Nor was it the plan for me to be the women's tennis coach either, but that happened as well. Like you do in Lenoir-Rhyne, you put on as many hats as they ask you to, and you do it. You just put your head down and work. But I want to thank Coach Lentz. Obviously, I came and joined his staff as a volunteer assistant the first year, and with his son Brian, and those two had a big influence on the path of my coaching career. Coach Lentz, where's Coach? In the back, Coach. We still run some of the plays I learned from you, and we still score on those all the time. So, absolutely, I appreciate your mentorship and teaching me, how to be a tough-minded coach and really to develop players on and off the court.
Some people, you mentioned some of your former players that were here. Who impacted you besides, you mentioned Coach Lentz? Who are some other people that impacted you?
Yeah, I obviously have to thank Neil McGee. I was here as a men's assistant for 2 years, was the women's tennis coach. He asked me to start the tennis program back, knowing that I'd played tennis in college as well. And so Neil saw some things in me that I didn't even see in myself, and he didn't have to give me the opportunity. In fact, he probably caught a little bit of flack for giving me the opportunity to be the head women's basketball coach, but he saw something in me, and I'm eternally grateful to Neil McGahee for all he gave to this university, but what he gave to me in giving me my first opportunity to be a head coach, and I never looked back.
You've seen some of your players be Hall of Famers up on this stage, and now you're a part of that. What does it mean to you?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Amber, thank you. Amber Holt was the first all-conference player I recruited here, but there's a lot of other players that are over here. Fair, I just saw you. Danielle. I mean, I could go. Coach Katie Pate, who was on my staff for 4 years. Tracy Nidus, who was with me for a year on staff. I'm so proud of you, and so many people. But I got to take a couple seconds here to thank some people that are significant. The Joy family and the Everly family that are right here. You guys give them a hand. They're Kent State people. Kent State people. Our football team get ready to get annihilated by Tennessee tonight on the road. They flew down and drove here from Knoxville to support me. They're our biggest supporters at Kent State women's basketball. Thank you for all you do. Ed and Polly Bird and all you guys meant to me in our time here. Ed, I love you, and Polly, I love you, and so many other people, Chip Cody and Chuck and George Scheide, and the list goes on. I've got so many friends that I made here that are special to me. And more than anything, my kids. As a coach, your kids sometimes suffer time with dad because he's pouring into the lives of other people. And you guys have been my biggest fans all the way through. And my granddaughter's here too. So to Drew, Logan, Michaela, and Brooke, and Liliana, I love you. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hall of Famers. And as we turn to the screens one more time, ladies and gentlemen, here's the story about one of the most dedicated and one of the most loyal supporters of Lenoir-Rhyne athletics for over 40 years. Here's the story of Ed Bird.
Hello, Bear Nation. I'm here today with a special honor and privilege to introduce to you a very close friend and one of the biggest supporters that Lenoir-Rhyne has ever known. We're going to welcome him into the Lenoir-Rhyne Sports Hall of Fame, and we're talking about my friend. I call him Old Dad. Some people call him Eddie Bo, but we'll refer to him as Ed Bird. Ed and his lovely wife Polly have been involved in all kinds of things at Lenoir-Rhyne since their graduation, and most recently, and through his tenure on the old Piedmont Educational Foundation, now the Bears Club, Ed was the president. He brought me in and mentored me as vice president, and he has been a close friend and a leader ever since I've known him. So join with me in the warmest welcome for one of Lenoir-Rhyne's greatest friends and greatest supporters, and just a super, super human being, my friend, Ed Bird. Welcome, Ed.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Who would you like, first off, you got to say some thank yous, right, to some people that are in attendance.
If you allow me, I'd proudly like to introduce my family. I have my daughter Annie and her family here, my son Rusty. They all live in Charleston, and they come up for this. Thank you for that. Also,
life's good when you find the other half of your soul, which I did 53 years ago. And so the only reason I'm winning this award is because whenever I call all of you guys and our friends and associates to beg money for Lenoir-Rhyne, you always said yes. And for that, I'm truly grateful. So was the song.
Talk about your story and how you heard about Lenoir-Rhyne and why you've been doing this and giving back for all these many years.
Okay, well, I grew up in a little town up in the mountains and played high school football. And we always had a good football team. And we got the Asheville Citizen-Times. And you could get up on Sunday morning and read about who played football yesterday. You know, today that's Tuesday or Wednesday in our country. But we'd always read about Lenoir-Rhyne. And they always had a powerful team, and they had beaten East Carolina, and they had beaten Western Carolina, and they had beaten Appalachian, and so it was an intriguing thing. So at that point, I thought I could play college football. And so we always had good teams in our high school. We'd be 9-2 or 10-3, something like that. But we had one team that we just couldn't overcome. It was a little town, it wasn't a town, a little wide place in the road on the way to Tennessee called Cranberry. And the rumor, the scuttlebutt was that just because you graduated from high school at Cranberry, or you quit and went to work somewhere, you didn't have to quit playing football. So, and we'd go up there and we'd just get the tar beaten out of us every game. And so, I know I was an end, and I think it's my junior year, and I went out in the flat, and Joe Dale Biddix, isn't that a good name for a quarterback? Joe Dale Biddix hit me out in the, and right beside the Cranberry bench. And as I started running, there's a little boy over on the Cranberry bench that started running with me, and I looked back, and there's this great big guy chasing me, and he's gaining on me. And the little boy, as he ran beside me, he hollered back to the guy that was chasing. He said, "Catch him, Daddy, catch him!" so that's why I think they were so good. So anyway, I came to Lenoir-Rhyne, Coach Painter. I got invited to come down and try out, and you know, they make you jump and run and hit a blocking sled and all that stuff. And so. You finish, and I never forget, I walked in his office and he sat in front of that big desk. And he's for you guys that don't know, he was an ex-Marine, Coach Painter was an ex-Marine. He was wounded in the Pacific, and he was tough as nails. So he said, when I finished, he go in the office and he said, "Son," he said, "you're a little slow of foot." And he said, "You got a skinny neck." And he said, "I already got one boy with a skinny neck." He said, "I don't think we can afford the hospital bill." So I gave up the idea of football. But you know, it's been the fun part of our lives here.
And why do you give back? Why do you still stay? Why do you stay a part of the program and LR athletics for all these years? LR obviously meant a lot to you.
LR's been, I mean, at one point, and we lived in Hickory for 50 years, and at one point, I had 4 fraternity brothers that lived on the same street in Hickory. So we had a really tight-knit group of people that cared about the college, and still do. And we've been fortunate enough to be able to support things that we believe in and we're drawn to. So it's been a wonderful ride for us. 40-some years.
Changed a lot through the years, hasn't it?
Gosh. And it's been fun to be part of that. You know, to see that evolve. But you know, it's not going to stop. It's going to continue.
Congratulations once again. Mr. Ed Byrne.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, let's give a round of applause to our 20. Time now to introduce our two teams of distinction. Take a look at the side screens once again, and our first team of distinction, the 2010 women's soccer team.
When I think back on that 2010 team, I really just get filled with a lot of pride and gratefulness. There's not a lot of athletes that get to experience the amount of success that we did that year, and even fewer get to say they were the start of something or the first to accomplish something. And then when you look and you see what this program has accomplished since 2010 and the continued success that they've had, that's really what makes me the most proud to be a member of this program. Specifically, just the culture that was started, you could trace it right back to that 2010 team, specifically the upperclassmen that year. Not just with the performance on the field, but off the field as well, having a championship mindset. That's just, I have to give that group credit, specifically that junior class that was ahead of me. They really raised the bar, and as you can see, that bar has continued to raise. And like I said, I think that's a direct result from that 2010 team that was the start of everything. So thank you, LR, for this honor. I think I can speak for everyone when I say we're proud members of the LR family. Congratulations to the 2010 women's soccer team, and BAW.
Will the team please rise and come up this way and come up on stage? You're going to receive a commemorative coin from Dr. Witt and Kim Pate. As you get your coin, please exit to the stage right. Members who are with us from the 2010 women's soccer program, leading off is head coach Adrian Blewett, teammates Allison Parker, Amber Collier, Anna Hutchins, Blair McDonough, Caitlin Scruggs, Casey Newton McDonald, Catherine Wallace, Jen Little, Jessica Lentz, Lauren Rosh, Mariana Fertzall, and Tiffany Thompson. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2010 women's soccer program. Take a look at the screens one more time. Our second team of distinction, the 2013 championship team, national runner-ups in football.
Congrats to the 2013 football team for being recognized as a team of distinction under the Lenoir-Rhyne Sports Hall of Fame. This is well deserved. I wish I could be with you guys today. We're busy getting ready for a big matchup with Appalachian State, but just know that this team, my last team at Lenoir-Rhyne, is one that will be special to my family and I forever. A big piece of my history, a lot of young men and coaches that are very important to our family, and obviously incredible memories. Probably the one that stands out the most to me, probably two that stand out the most to me. One was the national semifinal game at home in brutal weather. I think it was 30 degrees, rain, sleet, and the stands were packed. The city of Hickory, during my time there, really just connected with our program, and the fans were so passionate. The alumni loved our kids, but just celebrating that win on a completely destroyed field at Moretz Stadium, and being inside with all of our alums, celebrating the national championship berth is a moment that Amanda and I will never forget. I still got the picture up in my office. But then when we arrived in Alabama for the game, getting off the bus and just seeing all the people there from Hickory that came out to support our team, the kids, the donors, just the families that cheered our team on, that was just a memory I'll never forget. So this team is special. That year is special, and a big part of Lenoir-Rhyne history. So congratulations to everyone. It's well deserving. Go Bears.
The team will receive its commemorative coin this afternoon. The team members and coaches with us here today: Alec Philpott, Austin Barker, Benjamin Carrion, Brandon Hudson, Brandon Huff, Brandon Smith, Coach Brent Thompson, CJ Cody, Collis Clark, Jacob Slagle, Jacob Sutherland, James Phillips, Gerard Spears, John Gowan, Josh Justice, Justin Powell, Kaylin Elkins, Logan Reach, Patrick Rendelman, Robert Marshall, Coach Ron Boyd, Ryan Sanford, Stephen Amoa, Stuart Sherrill, Tanner Box, Trayvon Parker. Did I miss Joe Ray? Joe, you're here, right? He's here, that's what I thought. Oh, it's on the back, sorry about that. Tyler Botts, Victor Brandon Jr., Wesley Feasy, William Griffith, Zach Long, Zachary Howell, Chris Phillips, and Mike Patrick. Congratulations, guys, on the win last night. If you will now take a look in your program, and again, that's why it's like this convocation back on Wednesdays. We get to sing the alma mater. If you would, please pull it out, and we expect you to belt out the words to the song, please.